Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Fikri bin Muhammad Bakri. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Fikri bin Muhammad Bakri, and I will present about retail industry during the COVID-19 pandemic. Okay. Introduction. Retail is a process of selling of consumer goods and service through many channels of distribution to gain various benefits. Retail involves the sale of merchandise from a single point of purchase directly to a customer who intend to use that product. It is all about attracting consumers through product display and marketing. Retailers rely on a system that supply them with merchandise to market to consumer, to acquire inventory and ensure they have the product they want to sell. Relationship must be established with business that operate within the retail supply chain. The retail supply chain consists of manufacturer, wholesaler, retailer, and the consumer. And then this retail industry in Malaysia is greatly changed due to the crisis and create a new structure and circumstances, a new normal, which have wide range impact on politics, society, economy, and technology. The risk due to impact of COVID-19 pandemic is number one is lost source of income. Retail business, they handle food and retail and daily necessities such as supermarket, drugstore, and convenience store remain in good condition as customers wait in long line at cash register to buy product, many of which have even sold out. On the other hand, retailers of the shopping goods and luxury items that classified under non-essential, such as apparel and home appliance, cannot continue to operate. This is because of the government request for only essential business can continue the operation. Many people under the non-essential service suffer from loss of income source due to this request. And then number two is increased workload of worker. Due to the pandemic, business can only operate between 8 a.m. until 8 p.m. This is one of the good side for the worker because they can go back early and rest. But during the work time, the burden is increased due to increase in demand from the consumer. Some of the workers need to multitask to provide a good service to the customer. For example, the worker at the food store cannot get enough rest because they need to finish the customer order. Some of them even cannot have a break. The third one is difficulty to settle rental payment. The government has introduced several financial initiatives, including a 6-month loan moratorium that allow people to postpone paying any monthly personal loan, mortgage, car loan, or business loan. But it is not for long-term run. People need to catch up with loan repayment after the moratorium, and interest will continue to occur as usual. If during the 6-month loan moratorium the business had hard to gain and maintain to gain the profit, it is surely hard for the owner to settle the payment after the moratorium finish. Fourth one is technology investment. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, people need to adapt to a new normal that contactless and social distancing is required. The retailer need to reserve capital for technology investment by reducing spending on store opening and remodels. Some of the technology areas that which will be high demand are commerce and self-serve technology, distribute order management and fulfillment, supply chain collaboration and automation, artificial intelligence to enable personalized marketing and content management, and also contactless payment. And then number 5 is supply chain disruption. During MCO, the retailer difficult to arrange the order and good at the request of the customer. The retailer need to follow the procedure during MCO, and it is a long process. Police permit is need to cross the region. And then step of response plan to mitigate the risk. Number 1 is establish a new business model that support new norm consumer. The role of physical store will become clear. They will become component of the consumer purchasing flow. By online, pick up in store is becoming more common in fast food operations such as McDonald's, 7-Eleven insurance sell contract at store, registered at home, dark store exclusively for online supermarket and other retail shop with the limitation of conventional sell method removed. It is necessary to imagine and design the big picture of the consumer purchasing flow line, including the purchasing flow in physical store, and then creating store that support new lifestyle pattern. In parallel, with reviewing the implement and consumable use of the convenience store, as well as the customer and operational flow line when opening new store, it is necessary to add new operation policy that match the layout and operation to new lifestyle. For example, when designing new layout flow line which provide for and ensure social distancing between customer and measure to prevent droplet infection around cash register must be considered. Then establishing headquarter operation which can ensure the business operation will not be degenerate even in emergency. Amid the current remote work style, intended to the somewhat short term, many companies are operate at a diminished mode, only about 75% as active as usual. A situation that forced them to make up for labor capacity shortage. This required them to break away from the culture of sheer manpower and human wave tactic and from work style dependent on paper document. They are being forced to truly improve operational efficiency and shift more to digital work style. This requires supervisor and headquarter operation to change so that they can support the store even in the event of emergency. Number 3 is establishing headquarter operation which can ensure the business operation will not degenerate. Number 4 is re-examination of business continuity plan with the involvement of business partner. For retail company which require business continuity as a lifeline, product supplier are one true business partner. In the event of the emergency, retail company must work closely with the supplier to fulfill the role of delivering the product society need. At this COVID-19 pandemic moment, what is the most need is to analyze the event and responsive measure from the viewpoint of the flow of goods and information in the supply chain. The results should then be used as input to prepare for the future. And then the last one is plan for the long haul. Retailers need to manage their finance over both the short and longer term. Cutting costs today may help short-term survival, but should not be done at the expense of building their foundation for thriving into the longer term. This starts by fully understanding all initiatives currently running and those planned for the future, including the building the strategic future of the business. Retailers now need to make new hard decisions about investment and activity to understand which are genuinely need for the survival of a business in short term or for longer term success. The initiatives that should be continued are those that deliver rapid value through realizable cost saving rather than revenue growth given the likely reduction in demand. Have clear, measurable focus outcome that can be tracked and redirected as need at regular interval without stifling progress. For safety plan for COVID-19, the first one is engineering control. As appropriate, such as a customer service window and it feasible, cash register lamp. Use physical barrier to separate retail worker from member of the general public. For example, use rope extension system to keep customer from queuing and congregating near work areas. For example, provide a waiting area for customer that is separated by at least 6 feet from a cash register workstation. For administration control, whenever possible, direct customer to self-checkout kiosk to minimize worker interaction with customer, and then establish protocol and provide supplies to disinfect frequently touch surface in workspace and public-facing area, such as point of sale. For example, wipe down credit card terminal and pen stylus between each customer. Next one is safe work practice. The worker should avoid touching the face, including their eyes, nose, and mouth, particularly until after they have been truly wash their hand upon completing work and removing PPE. Throughout the work shift, frequently wash hand with soap and water for at least 20 seconds, or if soap and water are available, use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer with at least 60% alcohol. The last one is personal protective equipment. Most retail workers in critical and high customer value environment are unlikely to need PPE beyond that what they use to protect themselves during routine job tasks. However, employers should consider whether their hazard and risk assessment warrant the use of items such as glove or eyes or face protection. For example, workers may need gloves when implementing protocol for cleaning and disinfecting frequently touched surface. For the conclusion, coronavirus COVID-19 crisis is reaching a global scale, impacting many projects and portfolio at many different levels. The retail industry in Malaysia is greatly changed due to the crisis and create a new structure and circumstances as we call as new norm or new normal, which have wide range impact on politics, society and economy, or also technology. It is necessary to make constant effort within the company to make a response plan in order to mitigate the risk and follow the safety plan to contain the COVID-19. Okay, that's all. Thank you, madam.